My name is Eric English. I am the Chief of Police for Henrico County Police Division. I had 4 wonderful years at the University of Richmond and enjoyed my time there playing basketball and one of our Sweet 16 teams in 1988. We were the first team to go to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. So I enjoyed my time there and just really didn't know what I wanted to do in terms of my career. And eventually I turned to law enforcement. And so I said, well, let me try Richmond. Joined the police department there and just enjoyed what I was doing. My thing is I've always had a servant's heart. And so I've always wanted to be in a field of service. And I felt like policing was an opportunity to do that, to make a difference in communities and be able to make a difference in individuals' lives. And so I ended up doing almost 29 years with the Richmond Police Department. Finally, I was a deputy chief there in 2011, and I remained the deputy chief there until 2018 when I retired and took a police chief job in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And so I was in Harrisonburg, Virginia as a police chief there for 2 years before assuming the role here last September 2020 in Henrico County. I've lived here for over 30 years, and one of the things I always wanted to do was come back and be able to serve a community that I've lived in the majority of my life. To be the first African-American police chief here and the first outside of the division is in and of itself history for Henrico. You know, my focus is trying to make the department better and make it be better in the time that I'm here. And so if I don't do that, then the history in and of itself makes no difference. So one of the first things I did was loosen up the policy on tattoos. We had a no tattoo policy here. But when you're recruiting individuals coming to policing, I mean, what college kid doesn't have a tattoo? Discipline policies have been looked at. Use of force policy has been tweaked. Pursuit policy has been tweaked. We're continuing to look at policies because we want to make sure we're keeping up to date with what's going on in today's society. Transparency has been huge. If you go on our website now, there's a lot of data on our website, demographic data about what we do. Our demographic data on our workforce is on there. We talk about traffic stops on there. We talk about use of force. And then I just think morale here in the organization, giving people an opportunity to weigh in on some of the changes in our organization. As I've told my staff, I may be the chief, but I don't have all the answers. And so there's some talented people here that have given me some great ideas. And I've also been able to work with several of our citizens in terms of I have a chief's advisory board. And we've worked so well together in my short time here. And we talk about critical incidents that are not only occurring here in Henrico, but occurring across the globe in policing. And we talk about those things to see what kind of changes we can make in Henrico to ensure we don't have a George Floyd or a Breonna Taylor that occurs here. I've seen the county change in my 30 years in terms of there's a lot of more economic development going on countywide. And so you see things such as, they got an aquatic center out there, the East End Rec Center went up. You have a New Holland Springs High School going up. You have Dory Park getting ready to revamp. There's just a lot of things going on in the East End that I think, is making people feel more valued. A lot of the changes I've seen over the years too is just more community involvement. I don't want my officers to be individuals that get out of their car and the only time they talk to individuals is when people call 911. That should never be the case. We should always begin to know our citizens before anything happens. You got to do your part to make sure that everybody gets to know you. Not just know you as a police officer, but get to know you as an individual. The moment that's pretty much has tested me the most has been over the last 18 months. Really, when you have civil unrest and the pandemic hitting at the same time, wow, that's a lot to undertake in this profession. And you're starting to get to see a lot of people that just had a disdain for law enforcement. And again, I'm not knocking those individuals because you saw a lot of things that have taken place over the last 18 months that would just have you shaking your head. We all play a role in what we do and how we serve our community. I always tell them I know what I bring to the table in this job, and it's not what you see, what's portrayed on TV. And individually, we all have to think in terms of that, of what do we bring to the table in this profession and how are we making it better. I wanted to follow our motto, and that is one team, one community, safer together. If we can establish that where we're all working for a common goal, and that's to make all of our communities in Henrico County much safer, much better, family friendly, so we can all enjoy ourselves when we do go outside. I think that's the ultimate goal. And it's only going to happen if we have conversations. Some of those conversations may have to be difficult conversations, but we need to have them. And that we're working together to make sure that communities have input and how they want their communities policed. And so I want to make sure that when I leave here, that connection with our community is so strong that any of our officers or any of our community members can pick up the phone and call somebody and say, I need this, or we need to work on this. And we can jump on it extremely quickly and get the job done.